I'm feeling disconnected from a crowd of people I'm standing in front of. When they are staring at me, but nothing about the interaction feels of love or understanding, not fun or joy, I ask them to repeat after me, I am beautiful. And some are more reluctant than others. I am beautiful should be a given, should be a place we begin from, a foundation we are born into, but sometimes messages get delivered like the post from a stranger always having a bad day. A body should not beg for accept. My flesh is exactly as I need it to be to keep my spirit intact, shiny. But I have been roaming these streets thinking I understood the concept of beauty as it relates to me, thinking I am beautiful. If only I were a little less or more thinking. If I weighed less, these shallow fools would want to know me. I've been hiding behind clothes, trying to camouflage when myself and comfortable is all I want to be. But sometimes comfortable is as lasting as a love I lost long ago. She said, "You have a beautiful body." I could not comprehend the words. It was the first time in my entire life I have ever heard these words placed together and directed at me when I'm confused. I take big ideas and break them into smaller pieces, make them tiny enough to fit my world into. You have a beautiful body. You, meaning me? Meaning Natalie Patterson, daughter of Joe, Frank, and Lynn, meaning Midwest American black girl with skin and eyes light enough to confuse her own kind, meaning my own kind don't recognize me. You have a beautiful body. Have implies ownership, meaning I, Natalie Patterson, own something I never paid for, meaning some things are free, meaning I didn't earn it, so I don't know the value of it, might abuse or take it for granted. You have a beautiful body. A, meaning one. Meaning I, Natalie Patterson, own a single thing, one irreplaceable thing that does indeed die. You have a beautiful body, beautiful, meaning pleasing or satisfying. Meaning I am appealing and desirable. I didn't know that. Have always been pretty with a but if you only attached. Never been just beautiful, stated as fact. You have a beautiful body. Body, meaning physical structure, a place the spirit is held in, and I have never held even my lovers long enough to be good at it. You have a beautiful body. I will repeat these words until I am no longer reluctant. Until these words are given, until they are no longer foreign in my mouth, I will repeat these words. I have a beautiful body. I have a beautiful body. I have a beautiful body until ownership becomes a privilege, until this skin is a perfect home, weathered and worn over time, a perfect home, whose walls I know well, whose staircase and old floors creak my favorite song. I am my own favorite song that I'm just now learning all the words to, but I want to sing you till the song sticks. I have a beautiful body, period. So, live poetry is kind of an interactive sport. And so, if you like something that you hear, it makes people feel better if you make a noise, or if you snap a little, or if you go woo-hoo, or something, so that they know that they're not talking to themselves, because it kind of feels a little bit scary to share your poetry in front of a group of people for the first time, or for the first couple of times. It's really nerve-wracking, and so the more warm and welcoming you are, the better experience they'll have sharing. And so we'll just start. Our first young poet reciting a poem is So.
I praise music. I praise the emotion that a specific rhythm gives me. I praise the power hidden in notes and lyrics. I praise the artist, that with nothing but canvas and a paintbrush can convey any emotion imaginable. I praise the writer. I praise the words organized by the writer in a way that stirs something inside me to help me carry on. I praise art. Tall and almighty, sharp but tender, magnificent and dangerous in its own right, reaching for the sky, reaching for home, a towering pillar of hope that life remains in this vast wasteland. It's called Organ Pipe Cactus. Probably should have said that.
And so, if I can ask you a few questions. The second poem that you read to us, what inspired that poem?
Random page in a dictionary, and it gave me organ pipe cactus.
So one of the activities we did was to pick a random word and create a parade and just pick this word and rock with it. And so that's really awesome. Next up is Hijack Rabbit.
This poem's Cougar is supposed to do like a whole like interview people and make a poem about them, and my person was Jeremiah, so that's the poem I recite. The recipe of Jeremiah. In this person's life, body and soul, many emotions come and go. Thoughts consume his mind, his beliefs are the ingredients that make him him. At times he's a caring guy who thinks about the protection of his loved ones in his life. He likes to make the better things for happiness. Other times he's as stubborn as a mule, who takes the pleasure of beating up his brother, who is tired of the apocalypse coming to earth every year. They come every year, he says, and every year they'll still come. But the main ingredient is his thoughtfulness of things, especially media and the treasures that bestow the world. Will his character add more to the story? Will Ventus ever wake up? What happens now? Will they be okay? Or is the vacation's finally over? He wants his liberty, his independence, no longer chained to the parents. He wants to be free, yet is reluctant to leave his imagination and face destiny. Such his destiny consists of a beautiful ocean, a lovely beach house, a happy marriage, a creative mind, a strong hand, and a pencil to write stories of epic proportions and spill what he follows up to the world. He wants to change, wants to stop believing false promises, but fear holds him back. I don't see it anymore. He is accomplishing things out of his comfort zone, out of dependence. He is slowly breaking the bonds that tie him, reaching the person he's so destined to be.
Okay, so Shield, that was about you.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Awesome.
Give it up for Positive Negative.
Notes. Notes are everywhere. B flat, A sharp, F. They are under your feet, under your hands, in the roar of a car or a lion, in the songs we sing when we win, in the pencil tip when it comes in contact with the paper, or the squeals we make when we open a gift. But there's only one stream of music. It passes the homeless, filling their ears with joy. It passes taxi cabs, making the drivers turn. Through the office buildings, making the employees look outside. It leads to a suburban area, making the kids come out and play. And it starts in a suburban house. It comes from a guitar playing itself without a human to tarnish what it plays, and all we have to do is listen.
And so if I can ask, what inspired that poem?
Like I like playing my guitar at home and stuff, and I had my guitar lesson that day, and when we talking about praise poems, and this was my praise poem, so I just thought like something about the guitar or something.
Alright, this one's so tired. I'm tired of being right. I'm tired of stopping myself from asking questions for fear that they sound like nails in my mouth and sludge on my face. I'm tired of being the fish that swims along with the rest of the school as they travel downstream, even though we desperately want to swim upstream, if only to see where it takes us. I'm tired of worrying about how different my answer is, even though the question is, what do you think? I'm tired of not being able to put down my thoughts on paper because they don't say the right thing. I'm tired of biting off my tongue because I know that what I would say is corny, even if it is true. I'm tired of being afraid to be wrong, so much to the point where I don't speak. I'm tired of being tired, and I refuse to be tired anymore.
Give it up for Rebel.
Hi, my name is Heaven. My poem is Beach Party. Sunday was such a wonderful day. It was a Sunday morning. I woke up at my friend's house. She would wonder why I was full of happiness at 5 o'clock in the morning. She knows I'm not a morning person, but then she remembers it was Sunday. Not any Sunday. It's Sunday, July 29, 2012. The day of the beach party. I was happy because I was planning this for weeks. My dad called us at 5:30 asking, are we ready? We rushed, hurried out of bed to get dressed. So we called my dad at 8 o'clock, finally to tell him we were ready. We had to go pick up my friend Donald. Donald's like a brother. We got to the beach party. The excitement hits me. You could see it in my eyes. Then I got bad news. My friend is lost at the beach somewhere. When my friends and I do something we like to call a mission, we looked. We got through half the beach. Then we walked back. I seen my friend had called me. Then they told me that they could see me. I was looking throughout the streets to find them. I was looking throughout the streets to find them. All of my friends had given them a ride. The assignment hits me. Then when the beach party started, I didn't know how many times it had happened to me. But at least 5 times my friends had dumped me in the water. I was so happy I got to see all my friends before I go to Africa.
So something kind of unique occurred in this class this time. It happened around some bacon. And so we wrote a poem of anticipation before we ate the bacon sundae. Even though some of us had an inkling that it was going to be disgusting, we decided as a group we would write this poem. And so everybody took 2 words and contributed to the poem. And so one of those poems is in the book. And then we also wrote an aftermath poem about the aftermath of eating this disgusting sundae, which none of us thought was really amazing. It had vanilla ice cream, caramel syrup, chocolate syrup, and bacon.
Multiple layers.
Multiple layers of bacon. And some people got like the fatty part of the bacon, and so, that was definitely an interesting, we learned from that experience that no more of that. To the young people and poets who decided to be here and who showed up every day, I appreciate it, because this is my life's work. This is like all I want to do, and I get to do it with you for this week, and so I appreciate that you were here and that you were dedicated and shared your thoughts and wrote diligently. I really appreciate it. And to the staff and people who work for 826LA, you guys are rock stars, and I know that sometimes it's not a glorious job to work for a nonprofit. It's really not, but you do it so beautifully. And really, this is like one of my favorite places to work because I get to be supported and just like do what I like to do. And I thank you guys for being here. We appreciate it.